Hi, Professor Audience. So I'm going to do a persuasive speech because it said choose any genre. So I choose a persuasive. Do you think that uniform should be mandatory in public school? Do you think so? I think so. And I think so for three reasons. One, it would cut cost. It would save parents money, right? Because every time they had to buy name brand sneakers and stuff like that. So you buy regular like five shirts, three or four pants, and the kids go to school with that for the week. You wash it, it save cost because a lot of parents that have kids in public school, they don't really have a lot of money and they're struggling to make ends meet. So having uniform in public school would help them a lot. Secondly, it would diminish emotional stress and aggravation and teasing for some kids. Because in school, some parents can afford to send their kids in name brand or, whatever they come with. Some kids would tease them and say like, oh, your parents can buy you name brand, wearing name brand, and that kid gonna be depressed because look, all my friends are wearing name brand sneakers and I can wear name brand sneakers. Wearing a regular black shoes and a uniform, everybody looking the same, there is no way that anybody's gonna be teasing anybody about clothing. Right? Got me? So that's major. Some kids doesn't even want to go to school because they pick on them so much because they don't have the name brand or whatever they cut school. Third, I think that it would it would able to help people identify students or separate them from adults. When students wear uniform, they could be identified as school children. If something happened, they could be easily identified and say, "Oh, that child is going to that school. Look at that uniform that that kid was wearing." They would able to identify the child quickly. Again, if a child get lost, by having on the uniform, the kid could just say, I'm lost. They take the kid and bring the kid to the school or call the precinct or whatever. But kids with uniform, without uniform, and they look like adults, you don't know who is adult on the train, you don't know who is adult on the bus, every adult or children, because some kids are big for the age, like, they're very mature for the age, especially high school kids. They should really be in uniform, So I really think that uniforms should be mandatory in public school in the United States. Although some school now have uniform and some don't, why don't they make it one? Make it that everybody mandatory, just like the charter school, they have everybody wearing uniform so you could be identified by your uniform based on your school. So I think it's a great idea. Although it might cost parents a little money to buy the uniform or whatever, but the schools could get it on discount because there are stores like cookies or wherever that people buy the uniform and you get discount. So I think it's a great thing, um, having uniform in public school. What do you think? Thank you. Thank you for listening.